once we get it, so we'll be able to find that. We also need to be able to set the name on the controller. We want to be able to do that just to say that it's been connected up to this control object that we've created, and you know, just to make it easier to follow. Right now we haven't been naming these ones because we did these ones by hand, but the other scripts that I set up, we're actually setting up and making sure that things were named as we went, and it's kind of a good idea to do that. Rename these you know, list controllers through the UI here, and be able to tell you, so you can look at which ones are wired to which instead of it just saying, you know, position wire. So we're going to need to know the number of the controller that's going to be available to us. So what we should do when we go to set the name, after we've wired it, we need to actually find out which is the actual available track, and which number is it in it, because when we do the set name, we need to list which one it is. So we need to find out which one that is. I'm just going to say variable num con, call it, and bn dot controller dot count, and that will return the number of controllers currently in that list. Well, it'll be the number of controllers plus 1 is what we'll be really looking for, to know which one we actually have to set the name on. So that'll be fine. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to be able to start wiring up the control objects and this point helper that we currently have selected. So the first thing is we're going to connect the position of the point helper back to the control, and of course that'll generate the problem that the control object will move twice as fast when we try and move this. If you remember, we kind of end up with a circular dependency because we're actually parented to it. And then we're going to wire the control object back to itself. So the next step then is to go param wire dot connect, and that is the command for setting up the param wire. And then we need to basically say which is going to be the master. So this is going to be the driving one. So we need to list the actual track of animation that will be driving the wire parameter. So con dot pause dot controller, and the way again wire parameters work is by name. So we've set this track's animation, and this is the one we're looking at right now, the one we set up on here, the animation track. We set it to a name of animation, so it is $sign animation, and that will find that track for us. The next thing you want to list is the actual thing that is being controlled. So that is bn for to control our bone end of things. Dot position dot controller, and it is the available track that we want to get a hold of. So it's this available track here. So dot controller dot available, and oops, sorry, not dot available. We have to list the name of it. So it's actually $sign available, and so that will return the name of that track, which is available. And now what you need to do is you actually have to list also the expression again, and the expression is just animation, because the expression is first the input of the actual name of the track that you're going to drive the wire parameter with. So in this case it just says animation. If we wanted to put ×2, we'd write that inside the quotes as well. So that'll add it to that. Next thing is let's actually set the name of this so we know what it is. bn.pause.controller, controller dot set name, and now we need to list the number of the controller that we're going for. So that is num con plus 1, because we only had as many as we started with. So we had 1, 2, 3 would have been the numcon value, plus 1, which would have been the available track. So we'll just do plus 1. And then, of course, we want to list which name it's going to be. And what we can do is we can set it up to the name of the thing that's driving it. So this